Hey, this is Stanley from TRP with one of our best clients right now, Gabriel Coachman from checkin.com. Gabriel, how you doing today, man?
Hey, thanks, man. Doing good, doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Doing good, living the dream. So,
Mhm.
yeah, this is to highlight, what we've done and the work we've done together. So, I mean, we'll just run this through a couple of questions. Briefly describe who you are and, the company you work with, describe your business and what you guys do.
Cool. So as you mentioned, we're checkin.com, and we're a hospitality tech platform, currently helping over 200,000 properties worldwide. Basically, we work with property managers and hotels and, help them automate the whole process of the guest journey.
Awesome. Yeah, and so when we started our engagement, right, can you share where you were before and after working with us in terms of maybe the revenue growth, channel growth,
Yeah.
what that kind of looked like?
So we have obviously, different pillars of revenue and different sources of leads. And we partnered specifically looking at one of these streams of revenue, right? One of these projects that we wanted to grow, which at the time we were getting a lot of traffic for it, organically through kind of inbound actions. And we built basically from scratch an outbound system to help amplify that. And we've booked so far, I believe, 14 meetings. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've started working recently, 2 months ago, I think, 3 months ago, right? We've completed
Yeah.
3 months. So it was, I guess, quick results in that sense, especially because these are big deals and big collaborations with other companies, right? So these are not the normal property manager agreements that we sign, but collaborations with other companies. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when we first started, right? You guys were saying like you guys are pretty inbound, which for a company, right? This just speaks to the product itself, right?
Yeah.
And so it was just a matter of time where you just flip on the switch and you put on something outbound where it was bound to work, right? It's just you need a little help just to kind of craft everything.
Yeah, it was basically, I would say, something, of course, that we could have done internally, but just because of resources and delegation of time, you for sure helped us, speed that up and make it happen very quickly. And I guess the next step here for us and what we're actually speaking is expanding that into other pillars, other parts of the company, right? So those are, I think, what we're looking forward to next in the collaboration.
100%. So, I mean, you kind of already described what your process looked like before working with us. I mean, what were the main challenges you guys were facing before?
I would say that we didn't have a defined list of who to go after. We didn't have a good process for all the follow-ups and all of the time that entails. So like I said, we're a small company. We're currently 60 people, and we have lots of clients and things to take care of. So I would say, having someone building a system that does this for us was the challenge we were able to overcome.
Yeah. And how has your, process changes working with us? I mean, what was the time commitment you guys, what was it required on your end for the collaboration?
No, that's a good question. So I remember, our first initial calls, and it was pretty straightforward. I think it's a matter of documentation, which we kind of already had a lot of things that we could just reuse so that you could adapt for the messaging. And then basically just a few technical steps of connecting, a couple of platforms, and we were able to roll out pretty quickly. For the first pilot that we did, I know we had a kind of a limited group of clients, which is probably different than what you normally do with, other companies. You want to speak on that, but we were up and running pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely difficult sometimes depending on the partner totally goes to a market. I mean, now that we're going to the direct outreach side where it's like, all right, now we could really turn on the engine. That was working really well for the partner side. But yeah, I always preach, I always use you guys as an example whenever I talk to new prospects or new customers, where it's like, the reason why we got really good results is because you guys helped us a lot in terms of the amount of information you can give us, right? Like, I'm never going to pretend like I know your business better than you, but what I can do is the more information you give me, the more I'm able to craft it to be able to actually resonate with cold traffic and get you guys the results you're looking for, which at the end of the day is just more top line revenue, right? Whether be through meetings or whatnot. So
yeah, I know. The only thing that I did from scratch for you is I recorded a video of myself, like a 3-4 minute video, explaining, I don't know in exactly what part of the process you used it for, if it was like a pre-meeting video or something, but that was basically the only thing I did. And like I said, it was a 5-minute video, super quick to do, and I think it turned out pretty useful. So
yeah, for the reference audience, it was just purely a lead magnet that we would use to describe the services, which I mean, when you probably get emailed 20 billion different times a day, right?
Yeah.
And you to make sure that if someone raises your hand, if you raise your hand to learn more information, like it's got to be a good video. And obviously, you did a great job with the video where you described what you guys were doing, and that's kind of how we got our clients to do so. Is like, hey, listen, people aren't going to trust you immediately. How can we just build trust slowly through email, and then from there get what you want?
One thing I'll mention about that is we recorded this for the outbound initiative, but some of the inbound leads that come in, I shoot them the same video. Huh? So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've done it with 2 or 3 people that
Nice.
I was like, no, I have a video actually. So it was actually, I was able to reutilize that piece of content, which was cool. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That was
yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. So, I mean, based on the results so far, like, where do you see the business in the next 6 to 12 months? I mean, you guys were purely inbound before. So, 6 to 12 months, where do you see it being at?
Yeah. So I think we went over it a little bit before, but we're now at a point where we want to test this with more generic, channels as well. So we were focused on one specific kind of feature or product that we were pushing. And now we're going to expand this into a more generic, traditional outbound to actual property managers and hotels, which, like you said, have a way bigger addressable market. So we're basically at a point where we're going to see if we can scale this, into bigger volumes now. And obtain the same level of success and response. Of course, it's not going to be the same, but due to the bigger amounts, the results should be there. So let's see.
Yeah, 100%. And so when we first started, like, what surprised you about working with us? Do you guys have any misconceptions before starting? I know you're smiling, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say that a bunch of people are reaching out to us all the time, trying to sell you something or sell you that. And I remember, I think, how you were able to catch our attention was because you not only pinged me, but you also pinged Carlos, who's our CEO, and you pinged someone else. And, this multi-touch was, the reason why we spoke amongst ourselves. Oh, like I also spoke to him, to me. And the initial message that you used was something that actually caught Carlos's attention. So we're like, okay, well, let's see. And then we connected. I think the first impression was positive. That's why we decided to give it a go with the pilot, and then the rest is history. So I think it was a positive surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. It was because I made a custom video for Carlos, I believe. Just showing some opportunity, right? Where it's like, all right, again, like the give value portion. When you hit scale, I think we were doing that for very few people. Now we're not doing it as custom, but like same like what you're doing, right? Like if you do a custom video for everyone, it'd be kind of difficult. But if you can just make one video that's can apply to multiple people.
Which is what I said. The video that I recorded, I've reutilized. So
yeah. All right, awesome. So I mean, if someone's on the fence about working with us, what would you tell them, and any final thoughts you'd like to share?
Mm-hmm. I know we had a performance kind of agreement in the sense of, you said, okay, we're going to have 10 meetings by this time. Otherwise, it's a full refund. So I don't know if I expected us to actually have 10 meetings when we first started, but we went for it, and we actually, did. So, if someone's on the fence, I would just say, you give it a try. Like I said, it was minimal effort from our side to get started. And the chance, to have a positive output is there. So always when it's, low risk, I always say give it a chance. So that's where I would weigh in there.
Yeah. I mean, you always got to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Well, Gabriel, I appreciate your time, and everyone have a good day.
My pleasure, man. Cheers.